You did not land on this message by accident. Something inside you guided you here tonight, even if you cannot fully explain it. Maybe you were scrolling without purpose. Maybe you were searching for something you could not name. Or maybe you simply felt a quiet pull that whispered, "Stop here, listen, this is the one." And now that you are here, breathe slowly, because what you are about to hear is going to explain the strange, heavy, restless energy you have been carrying for the past several days. Something has shifted in the unseen world. And that shift has everything to do with a specific person who has been on your mind, even when you have tried to push them away. Right now, at this exact moment in your life, that person has just discovered something about you, something they did not know before, something they refused to see before, something that has cracked open a protective shell they built around their heart. And now they cannot stop thinking, cannot stop replaying, cannot stop feeling the weight of what they finally understand. You have felt it, haven't you? The sudden pause in your chest, the way their name keeps rising in your mind without warning, the dreams that feel too vivid to be random. None of it is coincidence. The universe is preparing you for something. And tonight, you are going to hear the truth that explains every single sign you have been receiving. So stay here. Do not move away, because this message was written for the part of you that has been waiting to be seen. Hello and welcome to the Sacred Space. Before we go any deeper into this message, I want to invite you to take a small action that will change the way you receive everything that comes next. Please subscribe to this channel, hit the notification bell, and select all so that no message ever passes you by. This is not just a request, this is an invitation. Every single message shared here carries a frequency, a vibration, a quiet medicine for the parts of you that have been tired, unseen, and overlooked. By subscribing, you are not helping a channel grow. You are choosing yourself. You are saying yes to the version of you that is ready to receive love, clarity, and divine timing. So pause for a moment, hit subscribe, and then return to this message with an open heart. What I am about to share with you next is something your soul has been waiting to hear for a very long time. Now, let me speak to the part of you that has been carrying so much in silence. I see you. I see the nights when you cried into your pillow without making a sound, because you did not want anyone to know how broken you truly felt. I see the mornings when you got up, washed your face, smiled at the world, and kept moving forward with a heaviness in your chest that no one ever asked about. I see the conversations you replayed in your mind 100 times, wondering where it all went wrong, wondering what you could have done differently, wondering if maybe it was you all along. It was never you. The way you loved was not the problem. The depth you brought to that connection was not too much. Your loyalty was not a burden. Your sensitivity was not a weakness. You were simply giving from a place that they were not ready to receive from. You poured oceans into someone who was only prepared to handle drops. And when the ocean became too much, they pulled away, leaving you to wonder why your love felt like a rejection instead of a gift. But somewhere along this painful journey, something inside you began to change. You stopped being the one who always reached out first. You stopped explaining your emotions over and over again to someone who never made the effort to understand them. You stopped accepting crumbs and calling it a feast. You stopped shrinking yourself just to keep the peace. You stopped chasing the validation of someone who had already shown you, again and again, that they were not capable of meeting you where you stood. And the moment you made that decision, even quietly, even without announcing it to anyone, the entire energy around you began to shift. Your silence became powerful. Your absence became loud. The space you used to fill with your constant effort suddenly became empty, and that emptiness has been speaking volumes to the very person who once took your presence for granted. They have felt it. They have noticed. And the silence you've been holding has become the loudest message you have ever sent. And now we arrive at the heart of this message, the part you have been waiting for, without even knowing it. Something has happened in the life of this special person, something they did not expect, something that has shaken the foundation of how they viewed you. They discovered something about you, and that discovery has changed everything. Maybe it came through a mutual friend who casually mentioned how much you have grown, how peaceful you seem now, how differently you carry yourself these days. Maybe it came through a memory that surfaced out of nowhere, a moment from the past that they had buried, a conversation they had dismissed at the time, a small act of love from you that they only now realized was extraordinary. Maybe it came through seeing you from a distance, through a photo, through a story, through hearing your name in a place they did not expect to hear it. Whatever the source, the impact was the same. They sat in silence for a long time after they found out. They did not move. They did not speak. They just sat there, letting the weight of what they had just understood sink into the deepest part of them. Because what they discovered was not just a piece of information. What they discovered was the truth of who you really are. The truth they had been too distracted, too prideful, too immature to see when you were standing right in front of them. They realized that you were not just another person passing through their life. You were not just someone they could replace, forget, or move on from with ease. You were someone rare, someone who loved them in a way no one else ever had, someone whose presence was a gift they failed to honor while they had it. And the moment that truth landed, something inside them broke open. But what they discovered next, what came after that first wave of realization, that is what truly shattered the walls they had built around their heart. And that is exactly where we're going next. Now, let me take you inside what they truly understood once that first wave of realization passed. Because the discovery did not stop at simply remembering you. It went deeper. It became layered. It became something they could no longer escape from. No matter how hard they tried to distract themselves, they began connecting pieces they had ignored for so long. They remembered the way you used to listen to them without judgment, the way you noticed the small things no one else noticed, the way you showed up for them even on the days when they did not deserve it. They remembered how you defended them when others spoke against them, how you believed in them when they did not believe in themselves, how you gave them softness in a world that had only given them hardness. And as these memories returned one after another, they could not stop the comparison from rising in their mind. Every person who came after you began to feel hollow. Every connection they tried to build began to feel like a poor imitation of what you offered them so freely. They started to see, with painful clarity, that what they lost when they lost you was not just a partner, not just a friend, not just a presence in their daily life. They lost a soul that was matched to theirs in a way they may never find again. They finally understood that what you gave them was not ordinary. It was not common. It was not something they could pick up at any corner of their life and replace with someone new. It was rare. It was sacred. It was a kind of love that comes once, maybe twice in a lifetime if a person is lucky and they had it, and they let it slip through their fingers because they were too busy chasing things that did not matter, too distracted by people who did not deserve them, too proud to admit that what they had was already enough. Not the love they expected, not the love they recognized in time, not the love they will easily find again, no matter how many doors they knock on, no matter how many faces they meet, no matter how many years pass. And now the regret is sitting on their chest like a stone, and they do not know how to lift it. Before we go any deeper, I want to pause and speak to you directly for one moment. If this message is reaching the part of you that has been waiting to be seen, please subscribe to this channel and become part of this growing space. This is more than a place for videos. This is a sanctuary for souls who have been silently carrying too much for too long. Every message shared here is crafted with intention, written for the heart that has been hurting, designed to remind you of the love and worth you carry within you. By subscribing, you are anchoring yourself to a community of people who, like you, are walking through their own awakening. So take that small step now, hit subscribe, hit the bell, and then come back into this message with full presence. Because what comes next is going to reach the deepest part of you. And now, let me tell you exactly why this person cannot stop thinking about you, no matter how hard they try, no matter what they distract themselves with, no matter who they place in front of them as a substitute. Their mind has become a place where you live rent-free, and they have given up trying to evict you. They scroll through their phone and pause when they see your name, even if they do not click anything. They open old conversations and read them slowly, line by line, searching for moments they missed, words they should have responded to differently, signs they should have seen sooner. They look at your photo and feel their chest tighten in a way that surprises them every single time, because they thought they had moved past this. They thought they had buried these feelings. But here they are again, rising to the surface stronger than before. They cannot focus on anyone else, even when they try. Every face they meet becomes a comparison to yours. Every conversation feels shallow next to the depth of the ones they used to have with you. Every touch feels foreign, because their body remembers yours. They lie awake at night staring at the ceiling, and you are the last thought in their mind before they finally fall asleep. They wake up in the morning, and you are the first feeling that returns to their chest before they even open their eyes. They draft messages to you that they never send, type out long apologies that they delete before pressing send, almost call you 100 times and pull back at the last second because they do not know what they would even say if you actually answered. Your name lives in their mouth, even when they refuse to speak it out loud. And here's the part they cannot explain, even to themselves. There's a force pulling them toward you that goes beyond memory, beyond regret, beyond loneliness. It is something deeper. It is a recognition of a soul connection they try to deny. And now that recognition is taking over every quiet moment of their day. They have stopped trying to fight it because they have realized that this energy, this pull, this constant return of your presence in their mind is not something they can think their way out of. Now, let me take you even closer into the actual conversations they are having with themselves about you when no one else is around. They are asking themselves the hardest questions a person can ask. Why did I let them go? Why did I take them for granted? Why did I think I had time? Why did I assume they would always be there waiting for me? They are sitting with the answers, and the answers are not easy. They are facing the ways they failed you, the moments they should have shown up and did not, the words they should have said and never said, the love they should have returned and held back. They are rehearsing what they would say to you if they had the courage, practicing apologies in their head, imagining the look on your face if they ever stood in front of you again. And just when you think the story is reaching its quiet end, something is about to happen that will change everything you thought you knew about this connection. Stay with me, because what comes next is the moment everything begins to shift in your favor. And now we arrive at the moment everything begins to change. Because all of this internal storm happening inside them, all of this regret, all of this longing, all of this realization is about to spill out into action. They cannot hold it inside anymore. The pressure has become too much, and the energy that has been building in their chest is going to find its way to you. It may come as a message that arrives at a time you did not expect, perhaps late at night when the silence becomes too loud for them, perhaps early in the morning when their guard is still down. It may come as a sign first, a song you use to share playing in a place you did not expect, a memory triggered by a stranger's words, a sudden urge to reach out that you cannot explain. It may come through someone else, a mutual friend who suddenly mentions their name out of nowhere, a coincidence that feels too aligned to be random. And when they finally do come to you, they will not come the way they left. They will not come with the same arrogance, the same coldness, the same casual energy that broke your heart the first time. They will come humbled. They will come softened. They will come carrying the weight of everything they finally understand. Their hands will be shaking. Their words will be carefully chosen. Their voice will carry a vulnerability you have never heard from them before. And here's what I need you to know before that moment arrives. You will feel it before it happens. The energy will reach you first. You will wake up one morning with a strange knowing in your chest, a quiet certainty that something is about to shift. Trust that feeling. Do not dismiss it. The universe is preparing you, giving you space to gather your strength, so that when the moment finally comes, you can meet it from a place of wholeness, not from a place of hunger. But before they arrive, there is work for you to do, and it is the most important work you will do in this entire chapter of your life. Right now, in this very moment, I need you to keep choosing yourself. Do not undo months of growth because of one wave of nostalgia. Do not run back to a version of this connection that no longer exists just because the silence feels uncomfortable. Keep your peace protected. Keep your boundaries firm. Keep your standards high. Do not chase the energy you feel approaching, because what is meant for you cannot pass you by. Let your worth do the speaking. Let your stillness do the work. And while you wait, release the things that have been weighing you down. Release the shame about how much you loved. Release the comparisons to who they may have been with after you. Release the doubt about whether you are too much or not enough. Because the truth is, you have always been exactly what was needed. The version of you that walked away. The version that finally chose herself. The version that stopped begging to be seen. That is the version they fell in love with all over again. So do not abandon her now. Do not soften her edges to make their return easier. Stand tall in who you have become, because that is the energy that called this entire shift into motion in the first place. And now let me show you what is coming. Whether it is this person returning transformed, or whether it is a new love arriving carrying the same depth of recognition, what is approaching you is something your soul has been preparing for through every painful lesson you survived. This love will feel different the moment it enters your life. It will arrive with mornings that feel peaceful, conversations that flow without walls, laughter that comes easily, silences that feel safe. This is a love that will not ask you to shrink. It will ask you to expand. It will hold space for every part of you, the soft parts, the strong parts, the parts that are still healing. This love will see your depth as a gift, not a threat. This love will match your loyalty, return your effort, honor your presence, and protect your heart in the way you have always deserved. Physical closeness will feel like coming home. Emotional intimacy will feel like finally exhaling after holding your breath for years. Spiritual alignment will feel like recognition, like meeting someone you have known across many lifetimes. So, let me leave you with this final truth. You are not someone easy to forget. You are not someone easy to replace. You are not someone whose love comes around twice in a lifetime for the people fortunate enough to receive it. What you carry is rare, and the universe does not waste rare things on the wrong hands. Trust the timing. Trust your worth. Trust that what is meant for you cannot miss you, no matter how long the road is felt. No matter how many times you have wondered if you were forgotten, you were never forgotten. You were being prepared. And the person who is about to enter your life with a full understanding of who you are, they have been prepared too, through their own pain, their own losses, their own awakening. Two souls cannot meet in the way you are about to meet until both have done the work, and the work is almost complete. If this message reached the deepest part of you today, please subscribe to this channel right now and become part of the sanctuary of souls walking the same path of healing and divine timing. Share this message with someone who needs to be reminded of their worth, someone who's been waiting for a sign that their love story is not over. And in the comments below, write the word received so the universe knows you have heard this message, so the energy can be sealed, so the door can begin to open. Keep choosing yourself. Keep protecting your peace. Keep walking forward with your head held high, because the love that is coming has been waiting for this exact version of you, not the version that begged, not the version that chased, not the version that accepted less, the version that finally understood her own value and refused to lower it for anyone. That is the version they are returning for. That is the version the universe is rewarding. And that is the version your future is being built around. So breathe, trust, receive. Everything you have prayed for in silence is finally on its way to you.